Hello guys, I'm starting a series on Java concept and some tricky interview questions which were asked earlier in my interviews. So let's get started. So the question is, why does object comparison fail when the values are same? Can you override the equals method? So this is the same thing. So the interviewer is expecting and he's testing you on the memory locations, memory references, comparison, object creation, constructors over here. So I'll code the solution over here. So I'll just declare the main method. Yeah, so I'll just declare the main method over here. And yeah, so I'll just create. Now I'll just create two parameters, that is nothing but int id and string name over here. Let me quickly create a constructor, public class, public solution, solution id name. This dot id is equal to id and this dot name equal to name over here. Now if I create two objects of this class, solution sol1 equal to new solution 1 and then Aniket, and the same thing I do solution sol2 equal to new solution then 1 and equal to Aniket again. Then I'll do some system dot out dot print ln sol1 dot equals sol2. So if I run this solution over here, yeah, let me string name over here, save this, run the solution. As you can see, the object comparison is failing even though the contents are same. If I go to the equals location, it is doing a memory location check over here, the reference check. Basically this, right, the solution one, this object is created in another memory location in heap memory and this is created in another location in the heap memory. So the memory references are not same, hence it is failing. So if I demonstrate like this, solution sol3 is equal to sol1, and if I do something like sol3, I'll just run this code, and if you can check the output, that is true because the memory locations are same over here. Quickly remove this sol3, sol2. Now I'll just quickly override the equals method. So I'll go inside this equals method, copy this and I'll paste it. Now this always expects an object. I'll just check if this is nothing but the current object which is there and this is for comparison, the parameter which we are passing. So if this object memory location is same, then I'll just return a true over here. Okay, now I'll go ahead, I'll just check solution, create one object solution and it typecast it. Basically solution, this object we are getting, we just typecast it. We'll just get typecasted and then I'll just check return sol this id, that is nothing but id double equals to sol dot id and name dot equals sol dot name over here. I'll just check. So now if I do this and if I run the program, as you can see, the output is true. So this is how you override the equals method. Now as an SDET, right, you need to think about different conditions over here. What if I pass something which is not expected? What if I pass a null value over here? What if I pass a object of another class, right? So that base conditions you need to check over here. Now I'll first check if the object itself is null, then I'll just return a false over here. Okay, and yeah, first I'll just demonstrate you the null pointer exception. Yeah, if I run this, as you can see, you got a null pointer exception over here because null is not handled. So I'll just remove this and I will check. I'll just run this null. As you can see, it is returning me a false over here. So we have handled null pointer. Now the next thing is we need to check the class also, right? So if the object is of class solution1 or solution2, right, or something like a car class, then it is not valid, right? So we'll just check get class, then if not equals to obj dot get class. Okay, and now if I run this code, it will give me a false because it's null. And if I do solve2, if I run this, and this code will always execute. Now as an SDET, you know how to override an equal method, how to apply base conditions. We need to add a null check, and then we need to compare the classes and accordingly make the object typecasted basically over here. So this is the correct way. Okay, chalo, bye. Thank you guys for watching this video.